ladies and gentlemen. So it's a true privilege to stand before you today and talk about a subject that is close to my heart, creating a life you love. We all have dreams, aspirations, and a desire to live with purpose, but so often, life's challenges and uncertainties can leave us feeling disconnected from our true potential. Today, I want to remind you that you hold the power to craft the life you desire, one that is filled with passion, fulfillment, and joy. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of creating a life you love. It's the process of gaining a deep understanding of who you are at your core, the beliefs, values, passions, and strengths that define you as a unique individual. This awareness not only guides your actions and decisions, but also helps you navigate the complexities of life in a way that is both intentional and fulfilling. Without self-awareness, it's easy to be swayed by external pressures, follow someone else's path, or pursue goals that aren't aligned with your true desires. At the heart of self-awareness lies the ability to reflect on your inner world. It's about taking time to ask yourself the right questions. What do I truly value? What excites me and makes me feel alive? What do I want my life to stand for? These are not just philosophical questions, they are practical ones. They help you determine what truly matters in your life and provide clarity on the direction you want to take. In many ways, self-awareness is a journey, not a destination. It involves regular introspection and a willingness to explore your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. It can come from quiet moments of reflection, journaling, or engaging in deep conversations with those who know you well. It can also emerge from the process of trial and error, making decisions, taking actions, and noticing how they resonate with your values. When you make choices that align with your core beliefs, you feel more grounded, confident, and in control of your life. However, gaining self-awareness is not always easy. It requires vulnerability, honesty, and sometimes discomfort. We are all influenced by societal expectations, family pressures, and cultural norms, and these can cloud our understanding of our true selves. It's easy to chase after success as defined by others, whether that's through career achievements, material possessions, or societal approval. But often these things don't bring the deep sense of fulfillment we crave. The disconnect between external expectations and internal desires can lead to feelings of emptiness or frustration. That's why self-awareness is so crucial. It helps you cut through the noise and tune in to what truly resonates with you. As you embark on the journey of self-awareness, it's important to recognize that this process is fluid and ongoing. Who you are at one stage of life may be different from who you are at another. Your values, interests, and priorities may shift as you grow, learn, and experience new things. This is normal and part of the human experience. The key is to remain open to this evolution and continue exploring who you are at each stage of life. In practical terms, self-awareness also involves understanding your strengths and weaknesses. By identifying what you excel at, you can focus on developing those skills further and apply them in ways that bring you joy and satisfaction. Similarly, recognizing your weaknesses allows you to work on areas for improvement or delegate tasks that may not align with your natural abilities. Understanding both your strengths and areas for growth gives you a sense of empowerment as you are better equipped to make decisions that align with your capabilities and aspirations. Additionally, self-awareness helps you develop emotional intelligence, your ability to recognize and manage your emotions and the emotions of others. This skill is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and navigating challenges with resilience. When you are in tune with your emotions, you can respond to life's ups and downs with greater clarity and grace. You become less reactive and more intentional in your choices, which allows you to build a life that is centered on peace and purpose. Ultimately, self-awareness is the foundation upon which all other aspects of creating a life you love are built. Without a clear understanding of who you are and what you want, it's easy to feel lost or uncertain. But when you know yourself deeply, your values, passions, strengths, and emotions, you are empowered to make choices that reflect your true desires. This creates a life that is not only authentic, but also fulfilling because it is based on the principles that matter most to you. In this way, self-awareness isn't just a tool, it's a lifelong practice that continually shapes the life you create. Setting meaningful goals is one of the most powerful ways to create a life you love. Goals act as a roadmap, providing direction, purpose, and motivation as you work toward becoming the best version of yourself. However, not all goals are created equal. It's essential to set goals that resonate deeply with your values, passions, and long term vision. When your goals are aligned with your authentic self, they inspire and energize you, making the journey toward achieving them both fulfilling and rewarding. The first step in setting meaningful goals is to reflect on what truly matters to you. Far too often, we set goals based on societal expectations or the success stories of others. We chase after what we think we should want, whether it's a particular job, a certain lifestyle, or specific accomplishments, without considering whether those things will bring us happiness. This is where self-awareness, as discussed earlier, plays a crucial role. To create goals that are truly meaningful, you need to have a clear understanding of your values and passions. These are the foundations upon which your goals should be built. Once you have a deeper understanding of what matters most to you, it's important to make your goals specific and actionable. Vague goals like be happy or be successful are unlikely to lead to a fulfilling life because they lack clear direction. Instead, break your larger aspirations down into smaller, more manageable steps. For instance, if your goal is to find work that aligns with your passions, break it down into specific tasks, such as researching industries, networking, or taking courses. When your goals are well defined, it becomes easier to stay focused and measure progress. One of the most effective ways to set meaningful goals is by making them SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This approach ensures that your goals are not only clear, but also realistic. For example, if your goal is to improve your physical health, instead of simply saying get fit, you might say, I will exercise for 30 minutes, 5 days a week for the next 3 months. This goal is specific, exercise for 30 minutes, measurable, you can track the days you work out, achievable, it's realistic to fit in 30 minutes of exercise most days, relevant, it aligns with your desire for better health, and time-bound, it has a deadline of 3 months. A SMART goal allows you to track progress, stay motivated, and adjust your approach if necessary. While it's essential to set clear and actionable goals, it's equally important to make them inspiring. A meaningful goal should spark a sense of excitement and purpose. Think about the big picture. What impact do you want to have on the world, on your community, or on your own life? How will achieving this goal bring you closer to living the life you truly desire? When your goals are deeply connected to your values and long-term vision, they act as a powerful source of motivation even during challenging times. In addition to setting personal goals, consider how your goals can contribute to something larger than yourself. One of the most fulfilling aspects of life is knowing that you're making a positive impact on others. Whether it's through your work, your relationships, or your contributions to the community, setting goals that have a broader purpose can give you a deep sense of fulfillment. For example, if one of your goals is to start a business, think about how it can solve a problem or improve people's lives. When your goals are aligned with a sense of service or contribution, they become even more meaningful. As you pursue your goals, it's important to track your progress and stay flexible. Life doesn't always unfold according to plan, and there may be setbacks along the way. However, by tracking your progress, you can celebrate small victories and stay motivated. Regular reflection helps you assess whether your goals are still in alignment with your values or if adjustments are necessary. If circumstances change or new opportunities arise, don't be afraid to adjust your goals. Flexibility doesn't mean giving up, it means adapting to life's challenges and continuing to move forward with purpose. Creating a life you love through goal setting is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. As you grow and evolve, so will your goals. Setting meaningful goals requires continuous reflection, recalibration, and commitment. The beauty of this process is that every step you take toward your goals brings you closer to the life you desire. Whether it's a personal development goal, a professional aspiration, or a dream of making a difference in the world, the pursuit of meaningful goals fills your life with purpose, direction, and fulfillment. So take the time to set goals that truly matter to you and let them guide you on the journey toward creating a life you love. Embracing failure is an essential part of creating a life you love. While the word failure often carries negative connotations, it is, in fact, one of the most valuable experiences you can encounter on your journey toward personal growth and success. Failure teaches us more than success ever could. It reveals our resilience, helps us refine our skills, and ultimately drives us closer to achieving our goals. When we embrace failure, we free ourselves from the fear of making mistakes, and instead we see them as opportunities for learning, growth, and evolution. The first step in embracing failure is shifting our mindset. Society often glorifies success while stigmatizing failure, which creates unnecessary pressure to avoid mistakes at all costs. From an early age, we are taught that failure is something to fear, and we're conditioned to focus only on the outcome rather than the process. This leads to a fear of failure that can paralyze us, keeping us from taking risks or stepping out of our comfort zones. But in reality, failure is not something to avoid. It is a natural part of life and a vital component of success. If we let go of the fear of failure, we open ourselves up to the possibility of trying new things, making mistakes, and ultimately succeeding in ways we never imagined. When we shift our perspective on failure, we can begin to see it for what it truly is, a stepping stone toward personal growth. Each time we fail, we learn something valuable. We learn what doesn't work, which allows us to make better decisions in the future. We also gain a deeper understanding of our own strengths and weaknesses, which can help us make adjustments to our approach. Whether we fail in a personal relationship, a career endeavor, or a creative project, the lessons we learn are often more important than the initial success we were aiming for. Failure gives us the chance to reflect, adapt, and improve. One of the most important things we can do after experiencing failure is to practice self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when things don't go as planned, but being kind to ourselves in the face of failure is essential. Self-compassion helps us to process our emotions and navigate the discomfort that comes with failure. Instead of criticizing ourselves or letting failure define us, we can approach it with a sense of understanding and patience. Remember that everyone fails, and the key is to not let failure derail our progress. It's a part of the journey, not the end of the road. Resilience is another critical aspect of embracing failure. The ability to bounce back from setbacks is what separates those who ultimately succeed from those who give up. It's not about avoiding failure, but about learning how to navigate it with grace and determination. Resilient individuals see failure as a temporary setback, not a permanent defeat. They recognize that failure is not a reflection of their worth or abilities, but rather an opportunity to grow and become stronger. Each failure becomes a lesson that builds their mental and emotional fortitude. Failure also encourages creativity and innovation. When something doesn't work out as planned, it forces us to think outside the box, explore new ideas, and try different strategies. Many of the world's greatest innovations and discoveries came about as a result of failure. Whether it's Thomas Edison's countless attempts to invent the light bulb, or J.K. Rowling's rejection letters before Harry Potter was published, the most successful people in history didn't achieve greatness by avoiding failure. They embraced it, learned from it, and used it as fuel for their creativity and determination. It's important to remember that failure does not define us. Rather, it's how we respond to failure that shapes our journey. When we embrace failure, we cultivate a mindset of perseverance and growth. We stop seeing setbacks as a reflection of our abilities and start viewing them as a natural part of the process. As we move forward, failure becomes less of a fear and more of a stepping stone, a necessary ingredient for personal and professional growth. In practical terms, embracing failure means being willing to take risks, step out of your comfort zone, and try new things. It means not being afraid to make mistakes, knowing that each misstep brings you closer to your goals. It also means being persistent, not letting one failure or a series of failures stop you from pursuing your dreams. With every failure, you gain more clarity about what works, what doesn't, and how to refine your approach. To create a life you love, you must be willing to embrace failure. Instead of fearing it, use it as a tool for growth. Recognize that failure is not the opposite of success, but rather an integral part of the journey toward achieving your goals. By learning from your mistakes, practicing self-compassion, building resilience, and staying creative, you can turn failure into one of your greatest allies. And in doing so, you will create a life that is rich with learning, growth, and ultimate success. Cultivating positive relationships is a critical element of creating a life you love. We are social beings by nature, and our relationships with others profoundly impact our happiness, sense of purpose, and overall well being. Whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or mentors, the people we surround ourselves with influence our mindset, behaviors, and emotional state. Building and nurturing supportive, authentic, and fulfilling relationships provides the foundation for a life filled with joy, connection, and shared growth. These relationships not only offer emotional support, but also create opportunities for collaboration, learning, and personal development. The first step in cultivating positive relationships is being intentional about the people you choose to spend your time with. It's important to surround yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire you rather than those who drain your energy or bring negativity into your life. While it's not always possible to choose the people we interact with, such as family members or coworkers, we can be mindful of the relationships we cultivate outside of these environments. Seek out friends, mentors, and colleagues who align with your values, share similar passions, and encourage your growth. These individuals will provide the emotional and intellectual support you need as you work toward creating a life you love. Healthy relationships are built on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Trust is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship, whether it's with a romantic partner, a friend, or a colleague. Trust is developed over time through open communication, honesty, and consistency. When you trust others, you feel safe and supported, which enables you to be vulnerable and authentic. This authenticity strengthens the bond between individuals and fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. Mutual respect is equally important. It ensures that both parties honor each other's boundaries, opinions, and individuality. Without respect, relationships can become toxic, leading to resentment and emotional harm. Building relationships that are rooted in trust and respect creates a safe space where both individuals can thrive. Another key aspect of cultivating positive relationships is effective communication. Good communication is not just about expressing your thoughts and feelings, but also about actively listening to others. When we truly listen to those around us, we validate their experiences and create an atmosphere of understanding and empathy. Communication is a two-way street, and practicing active listening allows us to connect with others on a deeper level. It also helps to foster healthier problem solving, as we're better able to understand different perspectives and work together to overcome challenges. When you communicate openly and with empathy, it builds stronger bonds and encourages honesty and vulnerability in return. In addition to trust, respect, and communication, it's essential to practice empathy and compassion within relationships. Empathy involves understanding and sharing the feelings of others. When you practice empathy, you put yourself in another person's shoes, allowing you to offer support and validation in a way that acknowledges their emotional needs. Compassion takes empathy a step further by motivating you to take action to ease someone's pain or offer kindness when needed. Relationships where empathy and compassion are present are emotionally nourishing and create a sense of connection and belonging. By offering empathy and compassion to others, you cultivate a supportive environment where everyone can grow, thrive, and feel understood. While nurturing positive relationships with others is essential, it's equally important to maintain a healthy relationship with yourself. Self-love and self-respect are foundational to how you interact with others. When you value yourself and prioritize your own well-being, you are better equipped to show up as a positive, supportive person in your relationships. Additionally, setting boundaries is a critical aspect of maintaining healthy relationships. It's important to recognize your limits and communicate them respectfully to others. Setting boundaries helps to prevent burnout, protect your emotional health, and ensure that your relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding. Reciprocity is another crucial element of positive relationships. Healthy relationships are not one-sided. Both individuals contribute to the dynamic, offering support, care, and attention. When you invest in others and show them that you value their presence in your life, they are more likely to reciprocate that energy. Reciprocity is a natural aspect of meaningful relationships, where both parties feel seen, heard, and appreciated. It fosters a sense of equality and shared commitment, which strengthens the bond between individuals. Finally, cultivating positive relationships means being willing to invest time and energy in them. Relationships require effort, especially when life becomes busy or challenges arise. It's easy to take relationships for granted when things are going well, but it's during difficult times that the strength of a relationship is truly tested. Whether it's offering a listening ear, providing emotional support, or simply spending quality time together, nurturing relationships takes consistent effort and care. The more you invest in your relationships, the deeper and more rewarding they become. As the world, in summary, cultivating positive relationships is a vital part of creating a life you love. By surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, building relationships based on trust, respect, and effective communication, and practicing empathy, compassion, and reciprocity, you create a network of support that nourishes your emotional well-being and encourages your growth. Positive relationships provide a sense of belonging, purpose, and connection, all of which are essential ingredients for living a fulfilling and meaningful life. By investing in the people who matter most, you lay the foundation for a life rich in love, joy, and shared experiences. Practicing gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to create a life you love. It shifts your focus from what is lacking in your life to what is already abundant and positive. In a world that often emphasizes what we don't have or what we still need to achieve, gratitude is a transformative practice that helps us appreciate the present moment and recognize the blessings that surround us. When we cultivate gratitude, we begin to see life through a lens of appreciation, which can lead to greater happiness, improved well-being, and stronger relationships. Gratitude is a mindset that requires conscious effort and regular practice. It involves intentionally acknowledging the things, people, and experiences in our lives that we are thankful for. It may seem simple, but it is a deeply impactful practice. When we express gratitude, we are training our minds to focus on the positives instead of dwelling on the negatives. This shift in perspective has a profound impact on our overall outlook on life, making us more resilient in the face of challenges and more content with what we have. One of the most effective ways to practice gratitude is through a daily gratitude journal. By taking a few moments each day to write down the things you are grateful for, you create a habit of reflection and appreciation. These can be big or small things. Perhaps you are grateful for the love and support of your family, or maybe you are thankful for a peaceful moment of solitude or a delicious cup of coffee. Over time, you may notice that the more you reflect on what you're grateful for, the more you discover new sources of gratitude in your life. This practice helps you become more mindful of the present and trains your brain to seek out positive experiences, even in the midst of challenges. In addition to journaling, expressing gratitude to others is another powerful way to cultivate this practice. Too often, we take the people in our lives for granted, forgetting to acknowledge the impact they have on our well-being. Taking the time to express genuine appreciation for others, not just through words but also through actions, strengthens relationships and fosters a sense of connection. Whether it's thanking a friend for their support, sending a note of appreciation to a colleague, or simply offering a smile to a loved one, these small gestures can make a big difference in how we relate to those around us. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in managing our emotions and improving our mental health. Research has shown that regularly practicing gratitude can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, while increasing overall happiness and life satisfaction. This is because gratitude encourages positive thinking, which has a direct impact on our emotional state. When we are grateful, we tend to focus on the good in our lives, which helps to counterbalance negative emotions and thoughts. It creates a sense of optimism even in difficult times. By shifting our focus to what is working rather than what isn't, we cultivate a more positive mindset and improve our ability to cope with adversity. In the same vein, gratitude can help us improve our relationships. When we express appreciation for others, we not only strengthen our bonds with them, but also encourage a sense of mutual respect and care. Gratitude fosters a culture of kindness where people feel valued and seen. This can lead to deeper connections, greater trust, and more meaningful interactions. Additionally, practicing gratitude with others creates a ripple effect. When you show gratitude, others are more likely to do the same. This can lead to a more positive, supportive environment, whether it's at home, at work, or in your community. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is its ability to increase resilience. Life is full of challenges, and it's easy to get bogged down by obstacles, setbacks, or disappointments. However, when we practice gratitude, we are better equipped to face adversity with a positive attitude. Gratitude helps us build emotional strength, allowing us to view difficult situations through a more constructive lens. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or defeated by challenges, we can approach them with a sense of perspective. We begin to recognize that even in the most difficult moments, there are always things to be thankful for, whether it's the lessons we learn, the strength we gain, or the support we receive from others. This shift in perspective makes it easier to bounce back from setbacks and continue moving forward with hope and determination. Beyond personal well-being, gratitude also contributes to our sense of purpose and fulfillment. When we focus on the things that bring us joy, meaning, and connection, we gain clarity about what truly matters in our lives. Gratitude helps us identify our values and align our actions with them. It encourages us to prioritize the things that bring us the most happiness and fulfillment, whether that's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a passion, or contributing to a cause that resonates with us. When we live in alignment with our values, we create a life that is not only rich in gratitude, but also rich in meaning. Finally, gratitude teaches us to be present in the moment. We often rush through life focused on the future or preoccupied with the past, but practicing gratitude anchors us in the here and now. By appreciating the present moment, we deepen our connection to life itself. We begin to savor the small, everyday experiences that make life special: the warmth of the sun on our face, the laughter of friends, the feeling of accomplishment after completing a task. Gratitude helps us slow down and truly experience the richness of life, making every moment more meaningful and fulfilling. In conclusion, practicing gratitude is an essential tool for creating a life you love. It transforms your perspective, improves your mental and emotional health, strengthens relationships, and increases resilience. By making gratitude a regular part of your life, whether through journaling, expressing appreciation to others, or simply shifting your focus to the positive, you can cultivate a sense of abundance and joy. Gratitude helps us appreciate the beauty of the present, fostering a deep sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that is key to living a life filled with purpose and happiness. Taking consistent action is perhaps the most important step in creating a life you love. While having a clear vision, setting meaningful goals, and cultivating positive relationships are crucial components of a fulfilling life, none of these will come to fruition without action. Dreams remain just dreams unless we take deliberate, sustained steps toward realizing them. Consistent action is the bridge between intention and manifestation, turning abstract desires into concrete results. It's about showing up every day, making progress, and moving forward, even when obstacles arise. The first step to taking consistent action is to break your goals down into smaller, manageable tasks. Large goals can feel overwhelming, and it's easy to become discouraged if we don't know where to start. By breaking down a big goal into smaller steps, we create a clear path forward and make the journey less daunting. For example, if your goal is to write a book, rather than thinking about the entire process, focus on writing a few pages a day or completing a specific chapter each week. This approach helps you stay motivated and makes it easier to track progress. Small, consistent steps add up over time and lead to significant accomplishments. It's also important to build habits of consistency. Success doesn't usually come from sporadic bursts of intense effort, but from steady, persistent work. Cultivating daily habits that align with your goals is key to maintaining momentum. Whether it's dedicating a set amount of time each day to work on your passion project, exercising regularly, or engaging in a positive self-care routine, creating consistent habits ensures that you keep making progress even when motivation wanes. Over time, these habits become second nature, and the actions you need to take to reach your goals become ingrained in your daily routine. Another crucial aspect of consistent action is resilience in the face of setbacks. The road to success is rarely a straight line. There will be challenges, moments of doubt, and times when progress feels slow. However, consistent action means continuing to show up even when things don't go as planned. When setbacks occur, it's important to stay focused on the bigger picture and remind yourself of the reasons you started. The key is not to give up, but to adjust your approach, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward with determination. Ultimately, consistent action requires commitment. It's about making the choice every day to work toward the life you want, even when it's difficult or uncomfortable. The results may not always be immediately visible, but each step you take brings you closer to your vision. The more consistent you are, the more likely you are to achieve your goals and create a life you love.